What's going on here? Move the car. Whose car? Quit playing dumb. Yours, obviously. Who called the tow truck? Property management did. Ms. Lin, this is a special situation. Your car's been parked here for days, and it's affecting other residents. I'm parked in my own deeded space. Who exactly am I affecting? Me. Your own spot is 309. I need to use this one for a bit. We called you, but you didn't answer, so we had to figure something out. And your solution is to tow my car? Wait, she's parked in her own space. Property management already worked this out. The car isn't illegally parked, it's not blocking the lane, and it's not stopping any vehicles from passing. If you tow it and damage the car, who's responsible? Don't let him scare you. There was already an issue with this space. Ma'am, now's not the time for that. Ms. Lin, everybody calm down. I'm not arguing. I'm asking one thing. Who approved towing my car? I did. So what? Say that again. Are you done yet? You're always recording everything on your phone. If you don't want it recorded, don't do anything illegal. Who's doing anything illegal? Your space is empty. Would it kill you to let a neighbor use it for a while? That's what property management thinks too. And cooperating means towing my car away? Miss, don't do anything rash. Hello? Someone is trying to tow my car from a parking space I legally own. I'm here now. The people involved are a neighbor and property management staff. Space 316 in Section B is closest to the elevator. It's convenient at night and safer too. This one is $280,000 total, and the deed is already in your name. Someone took my parking space. Yeah, that's definitely 316. I'll contact the owner right now. Sorry about that. I saw your spot was empty, so I parked here for a bit. Ms. Lin, we all live in the same building. We see each other every day. Easy for you to say when it's not your spot being taken. Fine, I'll move it. You really make life hard for yourself. Feeling pretty smug right now, aren't you? I just parked my car in my own space. Do you know who used 316 before? Didn't the salesperson tell you it used to be a temporary shared spot where anyone could park if they needed it? That was before. It has an owner now, but everyone's used to it. So because everyone's used to taking advantage, I have to keep letting them? You think leaving your car here means you want? By day 9, you'll come begging me. Just let me put my stuff here for now. Why are you so worked up? It's not like I took over your living room. Ms. Lin, this isn't really okay. Mr. Chun says you threw his stuff away. Not a single thing is missing. I had property management hold it for him. His elderly family member is already making a scene in the office. People have no consideration anymore. You couldn't even tolerate a few lousy boxes. Mom, don't get upset. Some people spend a little money and suddenly think they're better than everyone else. Good, you're here. Apologize to my mom and we'll call it even. Apologize? You moved our stuff? Shouldn't you apologize? I'm Lin Qian, the legal owner of Space 316 in Section B. Your stuff was in my space. Having management store it isn't throwing it away. Leaving it there long-term is trespassing on my property. Don't make it sound so serious. We just parked there and left a few things. Do you really have to blow it out of proportion? Yes. Fine. If that's how you want to play it, we'll follow the rules from now on. And I'll remember your parking space. Ms. Lin, we're working on it. Mr. Chun says he'll move it right away. Who is this? Lin Qian. Oh, the woman with the upstairs parking spot. Move your car. I'm out eating. I'm busy. Then I'll call a tow truck. Go ahead. Try it. This is my deeded parking space. Quit trying to scare me with ownership papers. If my car gets scratched or dented, you can't afford it. Say that again. I said, try towing it. Your spot's been empty for days. So what if I park there for a while? You're a woman, so you know this is my space, and you're admitting you took it on purpose. Move your car by 10 a.m. tomorrow. In a neighbor dispute like this, property management can only mediate. Collecting management fees doesn't give them the right to force a tow. Ms. Fong, Director Wu says not to make this bigger than it needs to be. Who's making trouble? The other side isn't easy to deal with either. So you picked me because I'm easier to push around. TSK, TSK, TSK. Who put this up? We don't know. Check the cameras. There isn't one facing the bulletin board, but there is one by the elevator. Ms. Lin, we all live in the same building. Do you really need to check the cameras? If you find out who did it, it'll be awkward for everyone. Awkward for me, or awkward for the person who posted it. Ha ha ha. You actually came here to complain. You posted this, didn't you? Do you have proof? Don't pin every dirty accusation on our family. I'm giving this paper to the police, and if necessary, they can compare fingerprints. Who are you trying to scare? What does she mean by that? Huh, she's just talking nonsense. Heh, I bought Space 316. I legally own it. Why can't I keep my car there? Of course you can. Heh, Director Wu, don't be so sure. Let's go. Don't waste your breath on her. Explain yourself. Ms. Lin, everyone's upset. Let's end this here for today. No, we're not ending it here. I said, try towing it. Your spot's been empty for days. So what if I park there? You're a woman calling a man late at night to move his car. Isn't that a hassle? Why are you always such a pain? Don't touch her. What kind of person secretly records people from behind? Fine. Either apologize publicly or wait for a letter from my lawyer. There's a pile of stuff in Space 309, and it's blocking the fire access lane. Ms. Lin, you can keep trying to work this out with them, or I can send these photos directly to the fire department. Happy now? Your stuff is blocking the fire lane. Oh, spare me. I'm leaving on a business trip in a couple days. When I'm gone, you're imagining things. You just think I'm easy to bully, don't you? What does your business trip have to do with me? You know exactly what I mean. Officer, here's the purchase contract for my parking space. These are photos taken after I parked, and this is the video. The legal owner of this parking space is Lin Qian. The vehicle is completely inside the lines. What gave you the right to call a tow truck? Huh? It's all just a misunderstanding between neighbors. The tow truck already hooked up my car, and you're calling that a misunderstanding? She deliberately left her car here and won't move it. It's interfering with us getting in and out. Her car isn't over the line. So how is it stopping you from getting in or out? We have an elderly parent and kids at home. It's more convenient to park close to the elevator. Exactly. She could show a little consideration, right? What happened earlier was just a misunderstanding. So the convenience I paid $280,000 for is supposed to belong to you instead? Ownership of the space is clear, and the car is legally parked. The tow truck needs to leave immediately. Whatever dispute exists between management and the residents must be handled through legal channels. If anyone tries to tow a car without authorization again, the people responsible will be held legally accountable. As for property management, I need you to cooperate with the investigation and put everything in writing. Who called the tow company and who signed off on it? Okay, I'll take care of it right away. Without the owner's consent, no one may use space 316 again, and no one may tow another person's vehicle without authorization. Is that clear? Understood. If there's a dispute in the future, resolve it through legal channels. No grabbing phones, no threats, and no other aggressive behavior. Lin Qian, don't regret this. What did you just say? Nothing. My dad's life-saving medicine is still in the car. Space 316 has to be cleared right now. Ha 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 ha. Everybody look. She's the one who keeps hogging this spot and refuses to move. Someone's family has an emergency, and she still doesn't care. A life is at stake, and you're still talking about property rights? Who are you? This is Mr. Su from Building 12. His father is in poor health and needs to go to the hospital tonight. They don't have anywhere to park their car. Where's the parking space you own? I didn't buy one. I usually rent a temporary space in the complex. Where's your father? Upstairs. Which car is the life-saving medicine in? There's no elderly man by the car, no family member, and no medical staff either. The medicine is in the car. Then you can take it out right now. The point isn't taking out the medicine. The old man is coming downstairs any minute, and the car has to be in 316 because it's close to the elevator. A minute ago, it was about life-saving medicine. Now it's about convenient parking. How can you be so heartless? Heartless? If a life is at stake, get the medicine first. What are you doing? You said a life is at stake. Of course I'm going to help. Open it. Where's the medicine? And maybe it's still at home. This is the emergency you were talking about? Where does the old man keep his medicine? How would we know? You don't even know where the medicine is. But you were willing to call a tow truck and force my car out of my own space. This story about life-saving medicine, did you come up with it yourself? Or did someone tell you to say it? They asked me to come over and say a few things for them. My dad really does have trouble walking, and we usually want to park closer to the elevator. So this whole emergency tonight was an act you all put on for me. Don't pin that on me. You used an elderly person's health as an excuse to gather people and tow a car. If you keep this up, we'll deal with it according to the law. Ms. Lin, I'm sorry. Tell the police exactly what happened. An apology doesn't replace the facts. Without the parking space owner's consent, no one may occupy or block the space or move a vehicle. Property management cannot violate an owner's property rights in the name of mediating neighbor disputes. Tonight's incident must be documented in writing. Understood. We'll correct it immediately. Ha ha ha. Do not continue harassing Ms. Lin, and do not take any unauthorized action involving space 316 again. Did you hear that? I heard it. This is a very considerate proposal. There should be a convenience parking space near the elevator anyway. Does property management recognize this vote? The residents have made their opinion very clear. Lin Qian, stop acting like you're the victim. Everyone used 316 as a shared overflow spot before. You probably bought it because it was cheap. Now that you park there, it's inconvenient for the elderly and kids. TSK, 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 TSK. Don't push your luck. Keep refusing to move your car and see what shows up on it tomorrow morning. Don't think calling the police scares anyone. You're not the only person in this complex with a temper. You just said something would show up on my car. What exactly do you mean? Ms. Lin, what is it this late at night? Who put these plants next to space 316? Maybe the landscaping department rearranged them. They rearranged them next to a privately owned space, blocking the driver's door from opening? The planters aren't touching your car. Then have property management give me a written statement confirming these 3 planters are public landscaping and that their placement doesn't interfere with my parking space or opening my door. I can't write that. Have Director Wu write it. Director Wu already left for the day. I'll come pick it up tomorrow. Ms. Lin, there's really no need to make this such a big deal. Every time you say there's no need, what you really mean is I should back down. Why can't you just give a little? This is way too much. That's what she gets for refusing to give up the parking space. You're the one who called the police? Tell me exactly what happened. If you still don't move your car, there'll be something extra on it tomorrow morning. Did you save the phone number? The number, call log, and recording are all backed up. Don't wash the car yet. Where's the property manager? It was probably just one resident getting overly emotional. Property management will fully cooperate with the investigation. Last night, I asked about the plants, and you said they were part of a standard landscaping adjustment. Today, my car gets covered in this. Director Wu, you really think that's a coincidence? Ms. Lin, that's not fair to say. Pull the security footage first. Who's that man behind the pillar? With this message and the surveillance footage, does property management have anything else to add? There's already enough evidence at the scene. We'll pull footage from every entrance and exit in the complex and use this phone number to identify this person. When that happens, not only will he be legally responsible, but whoever put him up to it won't get away either. At 2:17 a.m., someone dumped trash in the garage. Where are the overnight patrol records? The night guard can't watch every corner. You can't keep an eye on whoever dumps trash, but somehow you always know whether my parking spot is empty. Property management needs to provide the complete original footage as soon as possible. No deleting and no editing. Yes, absolutely. Leave the vehicle as is for now. Before it's cleaned, finish documenting the evidence and damage. Understood. The hood and doors need further inspection. If there's corrosion, the paint will need to be refinished. Please issue a written inspection report. This whole parking space issue is hurting harmony in the community. Someone dumped trash all over my car, and somehow I'm the one hurting harmony. There has to be a reason things got this far. If you just made things easier for everyone from the start, none of this would have happened. Director Zhou, are you making excuses for the person who trashed my car? Don't put words in my mouth. Everyone used 316 as a shared overflow spot before. Just because you bought it doesn't mean you can completely ignore everyone else's needs. Who decided that? All the longtime residents know. Did all those longtime residents chip in on the 280,000? Why does everything with you come back to money? Because I paid money to buy this parking space. You're just the owner of space 316, aren't you? A woman shouldn't be so aggressive. If something really happens someday, no one's going to help you. Based on our Q3 data, our market share in Southeast Asia has increased significantly. Based on our Q3 data, our market share in Southeast Asia has increased significantly. Ms. Lin, you finally picked up. Get back here right away. The construction crew has been waiting for you for 2 hours. What construction crew? A convenience upgrade to the garage. I never agreed to any upgrade. This was proposed by the residents and recommended by the owners committee. Property management is just carrying it out. Stop wasting time talking to her. Tell her to move her car right now. Chen Wei is here too. Lin Xian, I'm telling you now, you're moving that car today whether you want to or not. Everyone agreed to restore the shared spot. You're the only one blocking it. Restore it where exactly? Right where your space is. You just admitted it. Don't twist my words. I'll come back after work. If we wait until you're off work, how are they supposed to do the construction? Then what are you planning to do with my car? Call a tow truck and figure out a way to lift it out first. Figure out a way? Stop talking. She's probably recording this. Come back now, and there's still room to discuss this. I'm at work. You want me to take time off? Why should I take time off? Because your car is blocking everyone's way. Is my car completely inside the white lines of space 316 or not? All the evidence is here. Please take a look. Don't negotiate with them alone. Go back, film the construction site first, then call the police. Understood. So you finally decided to come back. Ms. Lin, don't touch the workers who approved this construction. The resident's proposal was properly filed with property management. The procedure is valid. Show me the approval documents. Who signed my name? Ms. Lin, don't make it sound so serious right out of the gate. I'm asking who signed my name. How do you not know whether you signed it yourself? This is the first time I've ever seen this document. Who knows? Maybe you signed it before, and now you're backing out. This is an internal property management document. You can't just photograph it. My name is on that document. I have the right to keep a record of it. Taking a picture won't change anything. The process is already complete. Where's the original? It's in the property management files. Bring out the original. There's no one in the office handling the records right now. We'll deal with it tomorrow. A minute ago, when you were about to scrape off my parking space number, why wasn't anyone saying, we'll deal with it tomorrow? Sir, I'm warning you. Space 316 in Section B is my legally owned parking space. Someone is suspected of forging my signature to authorize this work. If you keep removing the number and repainting the lines, both you and your company may be held responsible. Didn't you tell us everything had already been cleared with everyone? What are you afraid of? She just likes using the law to scare people. Ms. Lin, we can talk this through. There's no need to drag outsiders into it. Someone used my signature without permission, and you're telling me to talk nicely? Someone may have forged my signature to alter my privately owned parking space. The workers are already here, and they're preparing to remove the original space number. Don't make things up. We never signed your name. Did I say you were the one who signed it? Who made this sign? Property management had it made. Who paid for it? Director Zhou, are we really questioning such a tiny expense? Using a fake signature to alter privately owned property is not a small matter. Here's my parking space purchase contract. These are records of the harassing calls I've recently received, and this is footage I just took of the construction site. The signature on this renovation consent form is not mine. Where's the original consent form? In the property management office. Go get it now. Find the original renovation consent form for space 316. The original isn't here. How can it not be here? Didn't you just take the original yourself? When did I ever take it? The original was here when construction was about to start. The moment the police arrived, it disappeared. It's just a signature. Do you really need to make this such a big deal? It's not your name that was signed. So of course you think it's just a signature. Can I say something? The person who brought us the consent form yesterday wasn't from property management. It was a man in a dark gray jacket. He said Ms. Lin had already agreed and told us to come as early as possible today to start the work. Oh, quit making things up. What am I making up? You're the one who offered me a cigarette yesterday. Enough arguing. I never even saw you yesterday. You said you represented the residents and that 316 was going to become a shared spot again sooner or later, so we could go ahead with the work. Did you contact the construction crew yesterday? I only asked about the progress. You're not property management, and you're not on the owner's committee. What gives you the right to ask about the renovation progress? The renovation was proposed by residents in the first place. He's a resident, so it's perfectly normal for him to ask. So you're admitting Chen Wei was involved throughout the renovation process? All construction stops immediately. Property management must preserve the consent forms, voting records, notification records, and payment receipts. Also pull the surveillance footage from the property management office. We can provide the footage from yesterday afternoon through today. Although the office camera may have been having some issues lately, the cameras in public areas keep malfunctioning. Provide all equipment repair records, service request times, and the maintenance contractor's information. Okay, we'll organize everything later. Not later. Submit it as soon as required. Preserve the copy of the consent form for now, and make sure the missing original is formally documented. Ms. Lin, you can request handwriting analysis. You can also file a lawsuit to stop the infringement and seek compensation for your losses. I'll request handwriting analysis. Ms. Lin, we all live in the same complex. If this really gets to handwriting experts and lawsuits, it won't be good for anyone. It won't be good for whoever forged the signature. Our company had no idea. We only came because they told us all the paperwork was in order. Preserve the time the consent form was delivered, the contact information, and all chat records. I should still have the call log on my phone. Chen Wei, do not delete any records right now. What gives you the right to control my phone? He can't search your phone, but I'm warning you. Deliberately deleting or hiding evidence related to this incident will only make things worse. Don't talk recklessly about what happened yesterday. We can still negotiate the payment. Officer, he just sent me a message. I've reviewed everything you sent me. This is no longer just a parking dispute between neighbors. What kind of liability can we pursue right now? Criminal liability for using a forged signature, civil damages for property loss, and possible joint liability for property management. Stop arguing only in the residents group chat. Tomorrow, go to property management and formally request every record related to 316. Submit the same materials to the neighborhood office, owners committee, and regulatory authorities. Keep a written record of every communication. What if they refuse to provide them? Make them refuse in writing. The refusal itself is evidence. I want every record related to parking space 316, including management logs, renovation applications, resident opinions, construction authorizations, and detailed expenses. Ms. Lin, these are internal records. It may not be convenient to provide them. Then give me a written statement saying property management refuses to provide them. Ms. Lin, what exactly are you trying to do? Do you have to throw the entire complex into chaos? You know better than I do who's throwing this place into chaos. If you're really going to keep digging into 316, I suggest you stop here. If you keep going, this won't be about Chen Wei alone anymore. Director Zhou, does what's in your hand have anything to do with 316? You can't just film people without permission. That's an invasion of privacy. I'm only asking whether the documents in that envelope have anything to do with 316. You have no right to ask. Then we'll have neighborhood office staff come ask. So before Chen Wei even left on his trip, he had already reserved my parking space. After he came back, you called me over and over trying to force me to move my car. This was never about helping residents. You had already assigned 316 to him. These are internal records. You can't make copies. Property management refuses to provide usage and payment records involving property I personally own. Fine. You want to see them? Here. You can look, but you can't take pictures. These records concern my privately owned parking space. I need to keep a copy. When the matter involves the owner's own property rights and property management issues, the documents can be preserved first and verified later by the proper authorities. Even after I bought 316, property management kept registering my space for other people to use. That may not be a payment sheet. It clearly says payment received right here. This was just a continuation of an old practice. It wasn't much money, and it was all used for community services. What community services? Buying plants, repairing lights, convenience projects. You charge people to use my parking space, then use that money to buy plants that blocked my car door. Lin Qian, don't go too far. You're making money off my parking space. Who's really going too far? 7 tonight. The guard room beside the fire lane. Okay, counts. Who took the biggest cut? Old Jung, open the door. I can see the light on inside. Don't make a sound. Missing in 316. Director Zhou. He wasn't working alone. Chen Wei stirred up the residents. Manager Wu handled the property management approvals. Director Zhou turned their decisions into what he called the opinion of all residents. After 316 was sold to you, they should have stopped registering it for others. But when they realized you rarely park there, they secretly kept renting it out. They charged for both temporary and long-term use. They charged a little for short-term use and more for long-term use. Did Chen Wei ever pay? Not only did he not pay, he took a cut. He helped find people who needed parking spaces and dealt with owners who refused to cooperate. Eventually, if anyone wanted to park in 316, they stopped going through management and went straight to Chen Wei. What about the consent form with my forged signature? They wanted to turn your one-time compromise into permanent consent. Once the construction was finished, they could claim you'd already agreed. Then, after 316 became a shared spot again, if you parked there, they'd say you were the one refusing to cooperate with community management. Why weren't the old registration sheets destroyed? They were supposed to get rid of them the year you bought the space. Director Zhou said to keep them because they might be useful later. Now I know why. He planned to use the old records to prove 316 had always been a shared space. I'm quitting at the end of the month. I can't stay here anymore. I won't volunteer your name. But if they really investigate, this won't stay hidden forever. They're charging money for other people's property and pushing the owner this far. Somebody had to tell the truth. Enjoying that flash drive? Ha ha ha. Well. Lin Xian, you actually had the nerve to take it. Ha ha. You've been watching the guard room? Don't blame everything on us. I'm just warning you not to take things you shouldn't have. What do you mean, things I shouldn't have? Stolen things, obviously. Then what do you call forging someone else's signature? Don't think having one flash drive changes anything. This complex doesn't belong to you, and neither does 316. You still have time to back down. Move your car, hand over the flash drive, and we'll forget everything that happened. Otherwise, don't expect a single peaceful day from now on. I recorded that. Ms. Lin, there may have been a misunderstanding tonight. Old Jung is getting up there in years. Some of what he says may not be accurate. How do you know what Old Jung said? I was just guessing. That was a pretty accurate guess. What do you actually want? What do you mean by that? You keep using the parking space, and everyone backs off a little on what happened before. Property management can waive your fees for a year. Chen Wei can apologize, and you delete what you have. You think I care about 1 year of management fees? You shouldn't push people too far. You should save that advice for yourselves. Do you know how many people you've offended? Some things are bigger than one ordinary homeowner can dig into. See that? It's just a warning. Are you outside my apartment right now? Don't say stupid things. If you're not here, how did you know I saw the bag? Don't open the door and don't touch the bag. Call the police immediately and have officers come document it. Hello, police. I'd like to report something. There's a suspicious black plastic bag outside my door. I haven't touched it. Please send someone to handle it. Ms. Lin, what is this? I don't know. I didn't touch it. Be careful lately. Someone has been standing outside your door at night these past couple days. Did you get a good look at who it was? They were wearing a hat. Looked like a man. Thanks. A parking space you can park in doesn't necessarily mean you'll be able to drive out of it. Do you have any specific person you've recently had a conflict with? It's all related to my parking space. There have already been unauthorized parking, attempted towing, trash dumped on my car, a forged signature, and repeated threats. See that? It's just a warning. Come to the station tomorrow and submit the full set of materials. Lock your door tonight and call the police immediately if anything unusual happens. Hello, I'd like to report the long-term unauthorized use of a parking space I personally own, along with improper fees collected by property management. One moment, please. This parking space is definitely registered in your name personally. I'm the legal owner. Today we'll contact property management and the owner's committee to verify the relevant records. When will I get an update? We'll do an on-site review today, and you'll receive written notice about any follow-up action. Who sent out the revenue sharing sheet? Weren't those materials always with you? What's the point of talking about that now? First, shut Lin Xian up. Ms. Lin, we asked you to come today because we want you to explain yourself to everyone. Explain what? Explain your malicious complaints and how you've sabotaged the shared parking arrangement, making normal community management impossible. Perfect. Then we also need Director Zhou to explain something. Your signature appears on the revenue sharing sheet for 316. Where did that money go? Director Zhou, what exactly is going on here? You took our money. What did you do with it? Let me explain. Ms. Lin, the neighborhood office will give you a fair resolution to your complaint. What revenue sharing sheet? Who knows whether that thing is even real? Why are you so nervous? This afternoon, we already reviewed part of property management's accounts and contacted the construction company. There are several things we need to verify here in person. This has to be a misunderstanding. 316 really did used to be a community overflow spot. Everyone was only trying to make things more convenient for residents. After the space was sold to Ms. Lin, who approved continuing to register it for use and collect fees. Property management never officially approved it. Maybe individual staff members just continued the old practice. Unauthorized parking was one rogue person. Threats were one rogue person. Trash on my car was one rogue person. Forging my signature was one rogue person. And now collecting money is also just one rogue person. These payments never went into property management's official accounts. Yet the payment notes clearly say, temporary parking, 316. Who can explain that? I don't know. Neither do I. When my father got hurt, property management said temporary parking required waiting in line. I paid 20 yuan once. They said it was the fee to park in 316 for one night. Who told you that? Who did you pay? Him. He said 316 was a shared space, and it cost 20 yuan a night. You're lying. When did my wife ever take money from you? The issue that needs answering is this. As head of the owners committee, why does your name appear in the revenue sharing records for a privately owned parking space? I wasn't involved. There are records showing you received payments, plus screenshots of your chats with Manager Wu. You wrote that the owner of 316 rarely drives, so stall her until she gets tired of fighting and expect a single peaceful day from now on. Are you okay? He stole property management records, and now he has the nerve to come testify. Who are you? What are you trying to do? Zheng had a flash drive. Please leave. This isn't slander. After 316 was sold to Ms. Lin, the temporary parking registrations never stopped. I saw it myself and warned them about it. Director Zhou said Ms. Lin worked during the day and the space was often empty, so they might as well use it. Old Zheng, you need to take responsibility for what you're saying. I do. And there's the forged consent form. That day, I saw Chun Wei come out of the property management office holding it. You said women were such a hassle that even getting a signature took forever. Later, Director Zhou told Xiao Zhao to put the file envelope away, and Manager Wu said to finish the construction first and fix the paperwork later. Xiao Zhao, don't listen to his nonsense. Xiao Zhao, think carefully before you speak. Manager Wu, are you reminding him or threatening him? That's not what I meant. Old Zheng is telling the truth. Say that again. The name on the consent form was not signed by Ms. Lin herself. Mr. Chun had a photo of an old delivery receipt she'd signed and said we could just copy it. Director Zhou said that as long as the process got pushed through first, no one would look too closely. Manager Wu told me not to get involved. You're lying. I have the chat records on my phone. Xiao Zhao, my phone. Someone ran out of the activity room in the chaos. Don't panic. Use the flashlights on your phones. Who just left the activity room? It looked like Chun Wei. Don't make things up. My husband went to the restroom. Before the power went out, he was standing right in front of Xiao Zhao. After it went out, he suddenly went to the restroom. Is your restroom inside someone else's phone? Ha 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 ha. Get the power back on immediately. No one leaves for now. Maybe the breaker just tripped. The cameras fail, records disappear, and now the lights go out at the perfect moment. Property management sure has incredible timing. Pull the surveillance footage from the activity room and hallway. Those cameras may be having problems too. If they're broken again, property management must provide the complete repair requests and maintenance records. Where did you go? The restroom. Give me my phone back. Your phone is missing. Why are you coming after me? You're the one who grabbed it just now. You saw me. I caught it on video. I was recording before the power went out. The footage went dark, but someone's phone flashlight flashed for a second. Huff, huff. A lot of people are wearing gray, and plenty of people have black watches. But only one person was standing to Xiao Zhao's right in a dark gray jacket with a black watch and suddenly disappeared after the lights went out. You, hand over the phone, please. I didn't take it. Then we'll wait for officers from the police station to handle it. Heh, fine. So now every one of you is pretending your hands are clean. Huh? Chun Wei, don't start talking nonsense. Now you're scared I'll talk? Where was that fear when we were splitting the money? Mr. Chun, calm down. And don't you pretend either. If you hadn't told me Lin Xian was just a woman and easy to push around, would I ever have gotten involved in this? Stop talking. Shut up. Weren't you the one who said 316 was close to the elevator and convenient for our family? Director Han, Chun Wei is now suspected of grabbing someone else's phone and destroying evidence. Please cooperate. Preserve the chat records immediately. Is this account yours? These aren't the full chat records. You're taking things out of context. We have the complete records too. Who wrote this draft sheet? I don't know. Mr. Chen wrote it. I saw him do it myself. Director Zhou even said signing for Ms. Lin was just saving her the trouble. Shut up. I've kept quiet for way too long. The day trash was dumped on Ms. Lin's car, the woman in the surveillance footage was also brought in by Zhang Lin. You're lying. Ha ha ha. Fine. So now you're dumping everything on me, right? Who split the money? He took the biggest share. Manager Wu got a cut too. I only contacted people who needed parking. Chun Wei, don't make false accusations. Didn't you make the revenue sheet? Didn't you tell me to label the 800 each month as a fixed convenience fee? After Lin Xian bought 316, weren't you the one who said she was an outsider and a female owner, so she'd be easy to pressure? Where did the money we paid actually go? You charged people to use a private parking space, and even got everyone to vote in support of it. Immediately seal and preserve every record related to 316. Seal everything. These are old records left over from before. Whether anything was improper will be investigated by the proper authorities. Whose is the third signature? Mr. Qian. Ms. Lin, I suggest you know when to stop. So I was right. I understand what happened tonight. There were clearly some irregularities in how the parking spaces were managed, but there's no need to humiliate everyone involved. If you suffered losses, we can negotiate. Who are you negotiating on behalf of? The property management company. Then explain why my privately owned parking space was registered for other people and used to collect fees for so long. It's a legacy issue from the past. Why did someone use my signature without permission? Some individuals failed to follow proper procedures. They practiced writing my name across half a sheet of paper, and you're calling that a procedural mistake? There's no need to be so confrontational. Solving this requires cooperation from both sides. My demands are simple. Return all proceeds. Publicly state what happened. Pursue legal responsibility for the forged signature, threats, and damage to my car, and cancel every renovation and shared use registration involving 316. Those demands are too much. I haven't even included lost wages or my other losses yet. Ms. Lin, don't put yourself against everyone else. If property management starts enforcing every rule strictly, living here may not be very comfortable for you either. Mr. Qian, are you threatening a resident right in front of neighborhood officials? That's not what I meant. I heard you clearly. Ms. Lin's demands remain unchanged. If property management refuses to resolve this, we'll sue the management company and the responsible individuals and request access to the financial and payment records. Looks like you're in serious trouble now. These are my transfer records from back then, and these are screenshots where property management told me to pay extra for a space closer to the elevator. I paid a fixed parking fee for 3 months. The paint on the hood already shows signs of corrosion, and removing the adhesive from the door handle left minor scratches. All repair and treatment costs are listed in the report. Ms. Lin, we can negotiate the compensation privately. No private deals. Everything goes in writing. Hey, do you really have to take it this far? Lin Qian, you ruined me. No. You did that when you reached into something that was never yours. Chen Wei, come with us. Did you forge Lin Qian's signature? Did you take part in collecting money privately from parking space 316? Did you arrange for people to threaten Lin Qian into moving her car? I made the call. I was only trying to stand up for a relative. I just wanted to scare her. Heh. Let's see who still dares to make money off someone else's parking space now. You forgot your cup. The old one was broken that night. Thank you. And be more careful from now on. You too. I'm not scared anymore. At my age, I can't keep pretending I don't see what's happening. Thank you for being willing to testify this time. You protected more than just one parking space. Next time they think about pushing someone around, they'll have to think twice. Please.